Yes!
Oh my god, dude.
Yes!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yes!
What did you really just do?
Yeah!
You're nuts.
How did I win?
You're
How did I
nuts.
win?
Let's go!
No, brother.
Let's go! I'm running around the house! I'm running around the house! I'm too good! Keep it!
Good calls, good bravery.
Whoa!
I'm so mad.
Back up. Play safe.
Oh no, Rudy!
Am I muted? Okay.
Oh no, Rudy!
I'm sending LOL GG. And I'm blocking him.
Rudy, the gas station!
Look at this thing on him! This thing on him!
Welcome to the Quackdown, episode 9. I'm Tyler.
This is Rudy.
I'm Fernando.
And let's get right into it. I actually have a topic I'd like to bring up. You can go
I
first.
met a person at Costco. I'm just kidding. That's a very small story.
Yeah. So, I've gotten into this argument with our good friend who's been watching the podcast and like texting us about it.
Nutella.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha.
And in the past, we've had multiple arguments, and I want to hear your guys' input.
Okay.
We'll start with one.
Okay.
Okay.
Flip-flops.
What about him?
Are they shoes?
No.
Because I think they are.
Wait
They
a
are
minute.
shoes,
How?
just like slippers are shoes.
No.
What do you call? Wait, hold on. Then what do you?
So then, do you
What do
call
you call
everything that you wear on your feet shoes?
Yes.
Even socks.
no, that's
no,
different.
that's different. Because those
How
are
is it
socks.
different?
Those
You're
are
not supposed to
socks.
wear socks
Okay.
outdoors.
Well, flip-flops are also
outside of
not
the house.
shoes.
Yeah, but you can wear flip-flops.
Shoes.
You can wear flip-flops outside the house.
Okay, but hold on. Okay, you can wear socks outside of the house.
You're not supposed to. That's gross.
Yeah.
Okay, you
That's
don't.
whack.
You look
Okay,
weird.
okay. As humans, we grew up without we evolved without shoes
But
for like
clearly
the
we've
longer
evolved
time
to a
than we
more
had
civilized
shoes.
Okay,
time.
wait, hold on. I want to get back to the basics here. If they're not shoes, then what are they? They're not
They're-
their own
they're-
thing.
Yeah, they are.
Fuck
yeah,
outta
they
here.
are.
What do you call
mean?
Crocs?
What do you mean?
So what's the...
Crocs are Crocs.
They're shoes.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they
No, they're
are.
not.
What do you
They-
mean?
They became such a big thing that they are now their own category. Same with flip flops and same with slides. Flip flops and slides for me aren't the same exact thing. For
But-
me, flip flops are the things with the thing in between your toes.
Well,
You know what
yeah,
I'm talking about?
Yeah, flip-flops.
Yeah, nobody calls
Yeah.
slides flip-flops.
That's what I'm saying. So
But
they're
that- but
different.
they're-
So they're different. You
well,
just
I-
admitted they're different. All right,
No, no,
argument.
no,
We're
no,
moving
no,
on.
no,
We're
no,
now
no,
moving
no,
on
no,
to
no, no.
the movie we're gonna watch today. is-
Shoes as a whole are things that you wear on your feet, and they
Yeah.
can be subgenres, aka flip-flops and slides.
Yeah,
But it
like,
goes under
it's
the funnel of shoe.
Tennis
They're all
shoes.
shoes.
Okay, so what's your definition of a shoe? Just something you wear on your feet?
Right.
No.
So
That's
why
the-
is
Don't
that
bring
not
socks
socks?
into
He's gonna
this.
bring up socks.
Don't bring
That's-
socks into
That's
this.
wouldn't
He's
that
gonna
be
bring up
under
socks.
the same category?
But
That's like calling underwear pants.
So what is your definition of a shoe?
Something you wear on your feet to go
That's a
outside. To
fucking
go
sock.
outside.
That's a sock.
That's
That you can make that argument for a
No.
sock.
all right. What do you wear when you go to the grocery store? Some kind of foot covering.
correct.
Okay, where my
That protects your feet.
where my
Socks
toes
keep my
are
feet
enclosed.
Socks keep my
Oh,
feet warm.
stop it.
Same with shoes. Same with shoes.
What was the rule that we had in PE growing up in school? What were things that you could not wear in PE?
Don't lick the ropes.
No, stop it.
What PE class were you
I guess that was just my
No.
my rule.
No open-toed
No,
shoes.
That's crazy.
No open-toed shoes. Flip-flops are shoes.
Okay, you're going off of that. That's your entire.
But
basis
they're
of this
literally
argument?
called
That's what
open-toed
the
shoes.
world would think.
No.
You're literally
no,
putting
no,
socks
no,
into
no, no.
shoes. Like that you're counting them as shoes. Based on how...
Based
I'm
on
wearing-
y'all's
I'm wearing
definition
4
of
shoes right
shoes,
now.
that's why I said, give me a specific definition. And all you said was things that you wear on your feet.
To
That's
go
that's
outside.
also a
To
sock.
go
You can
outside.
make the same argument for socks, dude.
Nobody is wearing
I don't
socks out in
understand.
public.
1,000%.
No one's going to the store or a
1,000%.
restaurant in just socks.
1,000%.
You keep saying 1,000%. Have you
Dude,
seen someone do it?
Absolutely.
Who?
Have
The
you not lived
homeless?
in America?
Who?
Yes, dude. Absolutely. People don't walk into places fucking barefoot. People are crazy here in the U.S., dude.
But we don't
That's
really do
that's
that.
the what, dude.
If they do
Bro.
it, it's because they have to.
50,000 pounds. That's a testament to that desk as well. IKEA makes quality products.
What?
Can support
if anybody's
50,000
watching this,
pounds.
how do I get these sons of bitches to stay up there?
If anybody has an anti-gravity device
Oh my god, dude.
that can support 50,000 pounds,
Oh my god.
75,000 pounds. I can't believe how heavy these things are.
Hold on. You when you first brought this up, you mentioned Nutella. What was his opinion on this? That's insane to me.
okay, but I would say that is because, and no offense, Nutella.
No, don't say
I
what
don't.
you're gonna say.
I don't
Do
like.
not
Don't
say what
I
you're
don't
gonna
like
say.
being aligned
not,
with you.
do
Okay.
No.
We
Dude.
disagree on a lot. All right. But you would never walk up. Okay, how do I put this scenario? If you were going to the beach, you would never tell like your kids or whoever you're going with, "Hey, put your shoes on. The sand's hot." You would say, "Put on your flip-flops or put on a different item of clothing that
Because
you
it's
would
a
put on
style
your
of
shoes."
shoe.
Yeah.
You're narrowing it down. That's all you're doing.
Why is it
But
in
they're
the
still a
subgenre
shoe.
of shoes?
Because
We
shoes
have
are a
told
category.
you.
I
Shoes
have
are a category
never-
like clothing.
I have
Clothing is a
never
category.
thought. I have never thought of flip-flops, sandals, anything of that sort as a shoe. I've never called them a shoe. I never will call them a shoe, because to me, that's not a shoe. A shoe is something like that encloses your entire foot. That's why to me, it's a completely different thing. That a flip-flop or a slide or even a croc is a different type of thing. It's
A
not
shoe.
necessarily a shoe. No.
Yeah.
No, it's their own category. Yeah, it's under the umbrella of footwear.
Ah,
I would
ah,
call them footwear.
From lawinsider.com.
Oh yeah, that sounds real. That sounds real.
Shoe means any men, women's, or children's footwear, excluding hosiery.
Excluding what? Oh, okay.
Any type of leg.
Right.
Okay, so
protecting.
then that's including sock then.
No, that sock is. How do you pronounce that word? Is it hosiery?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sock is hosiery.
Yeah.
So
there
you
you
called
go.
your sock hose.
You cannot turn and deflect this conversation. That's a definition that defines
Right.
everything except socks.
But it doesn't say socks. It says hosiery. And you described the type of undergarments that women wear.
Hosiery, stockings, socks, and tights.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Don't just
Okay.
okay it.
If-
Hold on.
if you
Nutella
go- if you-
Nutella represents a stronger
What?
portion
We don't.
a stronger portion of the world
Stop it.
than am I wrong? Am I wrong?
What the?
They
Nutella,
all know him.
Hold on. Nutella, tune in. Okay? I know you're tuned in. Drop us a comment, send us a text. I'm on your side right now.
You're on
Okay.
his side for the wrong reason.
Not at all. Not even at all. You guys are just saying, "Oh, it's shoes, they're shoes." No. They're fucking just like the English language. We have fucking different words for fucking every little fucking thing.
But shoe
Under
is a
the language
category.
of English.
Shoe is a category.
Why does that bug you that they're all included
If you go
in
to
shoes?
Kohl's.com and you click on shoes, you're gonna find flip
All
flops.
it's
footwear.
definitely gonna say footwear. It's not gonna say shoes.
No, it says shoes.
Let's go to Target.com.
Oh wait, okay. You see what he's doing?
Oh, for
see what
fuck's
he's
sake,
doing?
stop it.
You guys see what he's doing? Nutella, hit me up, dude. I know we haven't talked in a while. Hit me up. These people are crazy. These people are crazy over here. These people next to me,
Oh my god.
crazy.
Why? What did I do? Why are you talking to him?
Because he's
Because he's
not even
outnumbered here right
He's-
now.
He's not gonna protect you.
you're all outnumbered.
No.
According to Nutella, okay, if Nutella represents one of the largest portions
you
of the
keep
world,
bringing
He's
this
of the
saying it like
world.
he's a messiah of his country.
He's one of the only ones that we know that represents that place, and they honestly, I would imagine, wears the most sandals and stuff like that.
They're not even the ones that make the shoes.
Good for them.
We should go to them
Good for
and
them.
ask.
That means they're a step above. I shouldn't say step above, because that's not right. But Nah, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy on this one.
Nope, not in
I
the
just I don't
slightest.
agree. I don't agree wholeheartedly.
That is wild. I did not. You started this, and I didn't think this was going to be as heated as it was. Because in my mind, I'm
it's
like, why would it be anything else?
You can't.
So I'm baffled. I'm shocked
No.
that this got as heated.
I
as
would
it did.
never consider them shoes. I would never call them shoes. It doesn't matter about the subgenre. Do you call other ducks, other species of ducks different? They're different scientific
different.
names.
They're
No, it's
all
not
under
They're
the
shoes.
fucking
category
ducks.
of ducks.
Shoes.
They're ducks.
No.
They're
But
not-
they're all shoes.
Whatever.
That didn't help your argument
Whatever.
at all.
No, absolutely it did. Cause for no, this is why it helps. This is why it helps. It's
got
because
He
for all
got
the,
him.
it's because for all the subgenre of ducks, you do call them ducks just because that's what you see them as.
Correct.
But would you ever walk up to a pair of flip flops and go put on your shoes? Would you actually do that?
If I'm walking,
No,
around
you
the
wouldn't.
house-
You're lying. You're lying. I did see you right now. You're not
No,
looking me in the eye.
no.
You're lying. You diverted your eyes. That's 3 tells.
No.
3 tells right there. That's why he's a bad friend in Vegas. If you remember our previous episode, which I would like to direct you to now, pause this episode and then go to that one.
No, you would probably call them a flip flop, but that doesn't make them not a shoe. The only
100%.
reason we wouldn't go up to a
100%.
different duck and call them something else
100%.
is because we probably don't know what the fuck they are. So we just call them ducks. It's not common
Nope.
knowledge.
Nope. Nutella, you know what? I'm gonna need you on this. Call your correspondents.
You keep
that part of
bringing
the
it up
world.
like he's.
This is gonna be a really good reel.
Yeah. So many more people over there wear sandals.
Stop saying that.
Than fucking shoes. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh my
This is ridiculous.
I'm over it. I'm over it. They're shoes.
No.
They're shoes.
False.
Give us another one, Tyler.
No.
Or is that the only one you got?
Don't.
Do it.
Less.
Cereal.
Good.
Is it soup?
Warm or cold milk?
Don't. What?
I know. No, trust me. I have a reason for saying this.
Do you remember when you lived in Phoenix and I thought you prepped your cereal the night before?
I forgot how that even
'cause
came up, but
you,
yeah.
you're like, I gotta get like a what are those called? Mason jar.
Mason, yeah.
You're like, I'm making cereal, and I don't know why, but my brain, I think it came to me in a dream, but my brain went to he's putting milk and his cereal in a mason jar.
Like overnight oats?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
And I would be like, why are you telling me this? We're playing Siege. Why are you saying this to me?
Oh my
Because
god.
I certain things I really like eating out of a cup.
Really quick,
You
before,
know what I mean?
before he gets too heated, because he's focusing on the warm milk. You don't.
I
drink
am
warm
focusing
milk.
on the warm milk.
No.
Okay, we're
No.
set then.
I really like cold milk. Just one of my uncles,
Naturally.
we were up super early one morning and he's like, "You want some cereal?" I was like, "Yeah." And I poured this first of all, let's get one thing straight. I poured the cereal first
You're not a serial killer.
and then I poured the milk into the cereal. Okay? That is the correct way.
Correct.
Just like sandals are not shoes. That is the
You don't
correct
get to-
way.
You don't
False,
get to
but
bring
go
that
on.
Anyway,
background. You don't
Go
just get to
on.
Nope,
drop
see,
that.
I am
False,
still
but go
We had
speaking
the,
on.
facts.
the closing arguments. Are
I
done,
am
and for
speaking
the audience,
facts.
You're just
Anyway, and then he
Guilty.
poured his milk first, and then he warmed it up, and I went, "Excuse me," I went, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, I hate cold milk." I was like, "Excuse me?" I was like, "Are we 2 years old? Like, why are you warming up your milk?" He goes, I never liked cold milk." I go, "You never grew up? Like, what is this?" And so he then poured his cereal into warm milk, and I was just
That's
bl-
two red
I was,
flags.
I was blown away. I was blown away. I was like, the only warm milk I ever have is
hot cocoa.
hot chocolate. Yeah.
In that case, it is soup.
Hot cocoa?
No, warm milk cereal. That's awful.
I feel like it's just soup in general.
No.
Breakfast soup.
Don't
No,
do this
because
to
it's the
us. Don't do this
same.
to
It's the
us.
same as shoes and sandals. Cereal's a different thing. It's its
No.
own thing.
No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And if he agrees with me, then he agrees with me on sandals and shoes.
That
No,
is not
this is
true.
this is
Okay, so cereal
Objection.
soup. So cereal soup is
Objection.
cereal soup? Is cereal soup?
Hold on.
Nope.
No.
Answer my question.
No, because
Answer my question.
I'm gonna argue with another question.
It's a yes or no. It's a yes or no.
Hold on.
You have to answer my question
me a
first.
chance.
You can't answer my question with a question. What are you, Ron?
Answer your
Ron,
question.
fucking whatever.
Ask your question.
Ron Swanson?
Ask your question.
Is cereal soup?
No,
Why?
because a cereal you could have by itself without the liquid. Give me a soup you can have without the liquid.
Ramen.
People do that.
Okay.
Just
I've
That's
seen
disgusting.
people do that.
yeah.
But then that's not ramen at that point. That's just noodles.
So your definition is whether or not you can eat it before the way it's supposed to be eaten.
Right. Because cereal is just
I guess that's fair. I never leaned one way or the other. I didn't want to get political with
because
it.
cereal at the end of the day, it is just what's in the box. We just tend to eat it with the milk.
It's
But
not a
isn't that what
10,
makes it
that's what cereal
cereal?
is.
Yeah.
That depends who you ask.
No, if you ask a sane person, cereal is eaten with milk, and if you eat it otherwise,
No matter what
It's-
type of milk.
it's like it's like you cook ravioli out of a can, right?
Okay.
And if you're gonna
Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
Chef Boyardee.
It's my main-
It rolls
Yeah.
your way.
My main man. Yeah.
yeah, like out of a can, you cook it, you eat it, like
Sure.
that's normal.
Okay.
If you open the can and just start eating the ravioli without cooking it,
You're surviving. Yes.
but it's the
Or
same thing.
surviving.
It's definitely not as like drastic, but cereal, I would say 90% of the time is eaten with milk.
That's its
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah.
It was made to be
But
eaten
you
that
can
way.
but you can eat it without the set milk.
You can, but is that the right way to do it?
No.
You can essentially argue that for everything.
The right way to do it.
Correct. What it was made for, its original purpose.
For
What-
the benefit of my taste buds.
For the sake of this argument, can you look up what is the first ever cereal? Is it cornflakes?
I would assume it would like have to be either cornflakes or like Cheerios.
Granula.
Oh yeah,
Granola?
that makes
Nope.
sense.
Granula.
What's granola?
It's the new granola.
This is really the first cereal? What year was this?
1908,
I was going to say 1920.
1829.
18?
You never know.
1863.
Oh, there you go. Right smack in between my guesses.
Wild.
It was he
In that case, if that's considered the first cereal and they were having it with milk, it was for sure warm milk.
it
Oh,
had
yeah.
to be
Oh yeah,
awful.
yeah.
This says very specifically, and I've never heard cereal described this way, and it completely invalidates what you're saying. It had to be soaked before you ate it.
Oh, what is
Like
this?
they
Fucking,
make a point
like
to
mini
say,
wheat? Like mini wheat cereal?
Oh,
Like
doesn't
shit's
that also
dry.
Do you think
reinforce?
it
Doesn't that
was-
also reinforce you pour the cereal first before the
Mhm,
milk?
mhm.
All right, so people who do the other way around, you're wrong. Thank you.
It was probably created by a bunch of Mormons.
makes
What
you
does
say
that have to do with anything?
Oh, soaked.
Oh, got it.
Nice.
Oh, shorts.
What
Are they pants?
No, not
Yes.
not
Yes.
according to me.
Well, you're.
No.
Yes, they are. Because
The
they're
why?
called short pants. Long form. We just call them shorts.
Oh no, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short pants, long pants. Right pants, left pants.
Capri pants.
I don't-
They meet in the middle.
do-
Pretty sure.
But do they call them capri
It's
pants?
just like
It's a full name.
But that sounds.
what? What?
Because it's like capri pants. It's a lot of spitting. Speaking of, no.
Yeah, no, I guess if that is the full term, then I guess they are pants. But we as a society don't associate it with that because we just call them shorts because that's what's popular.
Again, because we've gone.
What?
We're
too
so far. No, not too far. Just we're so ahead of, like, the invention of that, where they're not really the same thing anymore. They're two different things.
So at what point did we or you decide to put them in by itself? When did that happen?
What do you mean put them in by themselves?
like categorize shorts as its own thing. Since you're saying that we've gone far
1863
enough
when
that
cereal was
that
made?
it's spread out enough to where they're not pants anymore. It's its own thing. When did that happen then?
When they became a skirt.
What?
Because they're spread out. Continue.
Yeah,
Ireland still hasn't caught on to that aspect.
they
got-
look cool.
They do look cool.
Yeah.
Nobody from outside of Ireland can pull off one though.
Right.
Exactly.
You gotta have
Like-
the right set of knees.
Or Scotland.
Both.
I think it's Scotland.
Yeah,
I
they
think
had
it's
Scotland.
both, isn't it?
I don't know.
Don't
never
they
been.
both?
Scotland for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scottish.
Yeah.
Speaking of Scottish people, and I just rewatched this movie the other day, the third Indiana Jones movie. Connery,
Uh-huh.
Sean Connery,
Mhm.
one of the greatest people to ever live.
Yeah.
He's got incredible screen presence in that movie. Like in a movie that Harrison Ford already dominates.
Gives Ford a run for his money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't think so?
Well, no, I just continue with why you're saying he's one of the greatest persons to ever live.
No, one of the greatest actors.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Why did you have issue with that?
No, well, I agreed with your first statement, but then you honed in on just his acting.
Yeah.
His life as a whole
Is
is
incredible.
absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So I do agree with you, but when you honed in on his acting,
He is
I
a
was-
really good actor.
he is. I was like, are you basing your first statement on just his acting?
Mostly, yeah.
But his entire life is
It's crazy.
fucking
Yeah,
insane.
he got knighted.
Yes, he's been
Oh, yeah,
knighted.
that's
He's
right.
one of the most prominent journalists of our time.
Mhm.
He's gone to the craziest places on earth. Like it's crazy. So that's why I think it's crazy just to talk about his acting career. Even though he's a great actor, but it's like
Count Dooku.
yes.
Oh, Christopher Lee.
Yes.
Yeah. He didn't even fight in both world wars or just one?
Just the one.
Did he really?
He would have to be like 110 to fight in both.
I think
wouldn't he?
wasn't he like 98 when he died?
He was,
Yeah, but
he
the
was
first
really old,
the First
but-
World War was in like what
1914
or something like that.
1918?
Yeah.
Yeah, no way he found the first.
At least
Yeah.
to 1917 because they made a movie about it. And that's,
Right.
At bare minimum, it
Right.
went on that long.
Yeah. So there's no
Wow, I
no way
didn't
he
know that.
fought in both unless he fought as like a baby. Like maybe his mom was pregnant while fighting in the first one, and then
He comes out in a
that
uniform.
saluting.
He's got the gun just like ready to go. Did they fight World War One with bayonets? Yes.
Yeah.
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 Okay. World War Two is where it got
Trenchy.
creative.
Very.
Creative.
Yeah.
Was that when they used mustard gas? Was that the
That was
first
World War One.
Was it the
Yeah.
first one?
Yeah,
'Cause
because I think
then
it got banned right
the
after
second
that.
one had the veil of the Geneva Convention.
Isn't that crazy to have something so diabolical that as a mutual agreement, just like we can never.
Well, they had all that
Ever do
stuff
this again.
prior, but they never imagined that it would be used for war
Yeah.
on that scale.
And
so
the
then
fact
that's
that
when
it hurt both sides.
Yeah.
Right.
Who used
Yeah.
it?
Right.
Everyone got screwed.
Well, it's the same reason we're kind of at this point now with like nukes.
at a stalemate.
Like everybody just knows like they hurt everybody.
Yes.
Like it's not a positive outcome.
Yes.
Speaking of nukes, I haven't felt the weight of a nuke since Oppenheimer like I felt in Fallout.
Really?
The moment of the nuke, at least the one nuke strike we see, is such a great moment.
really?
And it happens in the first 5 minutes. But like you know the explosion has gone off. They don't give you a view of it for a while. Like they're far enough away that it doesn't hit them immediately. But all you see is like the little girl. Because the dad's always like, because it's in the Fallout world, they're always like, somebody's gonna nuke somebody. It's that's how the story begins.
Right.
They're like on the verge of full nuclear war,
Mm-hmm.
as it seems, because there's other plot points that happen. But like her dad is like, hey, if you see a nuke and it's bigger than your thumb, it's not even worth running. Like if
Like-
you can do
Oh,
this,
because you're too close.
because you're too close.
Yeah.
And so all you see is her slowly do this, and she goes like, "Dad, what do we do if it's bigger than my thumb?
Oh, rough.
And then you see the cloud. And then you see the shockwave.
Yikes.
Wow.
It's so well done. So well done. Like, just the scale of it all. It puts it into perspective of how, like, we don't really think about how devastating a nuke is until it's put onto a scale, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, I watch Godzilla movies all the time. They always start with the nuclear explosion in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And until you see something that we already know the scale of next to it,
Right.
you don't think about, like, oh, this is that big.
Well, that's why when they did the testing, like in real life, when they were testing nukes underwater, that's when they put like the boats out there,
Yeah.
simulating like a
So you
naval
can see
fleet or
'em.
something, so you can see the scale, like you're
Yeah.
saying.
It's
Dude.
incredible.
It's insane.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially because like the way a nuke works is so scary that something on that small of a scale can create so
That-
much
yeah.
devastation is terrifying.
the fact that, like, we're at this point where, like, just everybody has nukes is
Yeah.
just a constant, like, oh, that's a little scary all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there should have been just, like, a worldwide thing of, like, we make nukes illegal, period.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like anybody at this point should know that any country attacking another country with nukes is going to lead to all-out nuclear warfare, and we're all gone. We're all
Well,
done.
It's
That's
literally
why-
the scariest big dick competition.
It's
is what we're
still
at right
it's
now.
still that stalemate thing of like they may say, okay, let's make nukes illegal, but you know every single country is gonna be
gonna
like,
hide some.
well, let's keep 5.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, let's just hide these ones.
It's like
And so- There's no that's why
The
there's
Atreides.
no point to do that.
The what?
the Atreides.
Yeah. Yeah.
They hid the nukes.
Okay.
It's a real life example.
That what do you mean a real life example?
But then we run into the issue of, like, if we start hiding all our nukes in, like, vaults, then, you know, the events of Godzilla happen. They go targeting these vaults, and the monsters get powerful, and we just can't beat them at that point. If we have to get rid, so, like, into space, you know, because otherwise we're gonna attract monsters.
Okay.
Naturally, yeah. That's
Okay.
like
On the flip side of it though, isn't
flip side of monsters.
isn't no. I was just saying isn't
Listen, to play devil's
Aliens.
advocate for Godzilla.
because we haven't figured out a way to make solar as efficient as we would need it to be, isn't nuclear power the better future of energy for
Yeah.
our world?
Nuclear gets shafted because people think of nukes when they hear nuclear.
Well, also what happened
yeah,
in
yeah.
Chernobyl and the other islands that melted down.
Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. You just have to have. By the way, speaking of Godzilla, the opening scene with the nuclear reactor shutting down, one of the most anxiety-inducing scenes.
Oh,
With
you
Bryan
mean in the first one?
Cranston.
In the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bryan Cranston and his
Absolutely.
wife works at the nuclear facility, and she gets trapped,
Yeah.
and he just has to stand at the window watching her die to nuclear radiation.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
It's rough.
It's an incredible opening.
Doesn't Cranston go out pretty early in that
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
No, that movie.
They're liars. They're just straight up
Big
liars.
liars.
All of their trailers are showing, hey, Bryan Cranston's in
Yeah.
this movie. Oh, look, there he is again in another scene. And all those scenes are the first 10 minutes of the movie, and then he dies, and then you go,
That
the
movie.
fuck? What are we?
Aaron Taylor Johnson in that movie is like,
Oh, he's in it?
yeah, but he's like Joaquin.
Oh,
in
he's one of the army
Napoleon.
dudes.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he's the son of Bryan Cranston.
Mm.
He's
Oh, I
Bryan
thought-
Cranston's son.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different person.
Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson is like Quicksilver in Age of Ultron. He's Craven now.
Oh, is he the son? I thought he was just one
The
of
new
the
Bond,
army
right?
dudes.
Yeah, the new Bond.
He's the new James Bond.
He's
Oh.
from Bullet Train.
Okay, no, okay, that's who I was thinking
Yeah,
of. I
he's-
just thought he was one of the other army.
He
Oh,
is in the army.
I'm thinking of Tennant.
Kick ass.
He's in Kick-Ass.
He's
Yeah.
kick ass.
But how he acts in that movie is how like Joaquin acts in Napoleon. They're both really talented, and they're just both so
He's
bland.
phoning it in.
Just bare bone. Like, and it's a movie about big dinosaur that shoots fire.
yeah.
Ham it up a little bit. Like, that's why I like the new one with like Dan Stevens, the the dentist for Kong,
Oh yeah.
he was like hamming it up. He was
Yeah.
having a great
So
time.
is
Brian Tyler Henry.
yeah, is he the dude with the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah,
From Atlanta.
Yeah, he's really funny in the
He's-
last two.
he's good in
Godzillas.
everything I've seen him in.
He's good. Yeah.
Yeah. God,
They're just fun. They're just so much fun to watch.
Hearing that was
Magical,
perfect.
yeah. No, I know this is spoilers, and I've sent you the clip, but I knew this series took a different tone turn as soon as Kong grabbed the leg of the baby monkey
Oh
and
yeah.
Just
started
whacked.
beating the other
Yeah.
apes with another monkey. I was like, "Oh, I'm in for a treat. This is gonna be fun."
Was that early on?
Very
Yes.
early
Oh my
on.
God.
Yes.
So like the second you see that, you see Godzilla's whole side quest is just power up.
Mhm.
Like he's just farming essentially.
And they keep touching on it too. They keep saying is, "Oh, he's getting ready for something. Something's coming. Oh, look, he went over there and he's powering up even more." And then that's all he's doing for 90% of the movie. And then the final battle is the reason he powered up. And we all know he could have done something else in the movie. Like
It was oh god.
he just moves from spot to spot, absorbing more radiation. And they're like, "Something's coming, man." It's so funny.
He really needs this.
Oh god.
I need it.
I was looking at pictures of like Kong from Skull Island and Kong now.
Yeah.
And first of all, like you know the baby monkey that Kong picks up
Mhm.
in the first Kong movie with like Tom Hiddleston and Samuel L. Jackson and stuff like that. That's how big Kong was. The size of that monkey.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So like he is massive now. Like massive. But he also they gave him a beard. Which I think is
Yes.
really fun.
To
He-
show
it's-
that time
and
had
it's not even
passed.
like it's like graying and it looks shaped. Like it looks
Yeah.
like somebody's like trimming up his beard and
Yeah.
making it look pointy and shit.
Nice.
It's wonderful. I love it.
And also, it kind of sucks that, well, at least I feel like they're kind of diminishing Khan's power, because when he's walking around in Inner Earth,
Yeah.
which he rules, he's like afraid. He's getting hunted. He's having to set traps and stuff for other animals down there. And you go, is he not the king of this place? Like, why is he having to run and hide and do all this other shit?
They
And,
definitely humanized him compared to like the Kong from
uh,
like Peter Jackson's Kong is just a brute.
yeah.
Like he owns that island. He has, you know, the people on the island fear him. It's
This is the Jack Black Kong.
mhm, which is really good. It's almost 4 hours long too.
Yeah.
I remember not having it feel like that.
No,
when I saw
it passes quickly.
It moves.
The
fast.
opening is like it takes them an hour to get to the island.
That's wild.
They're setting up
yeah.
all the characters on
Yeah.
the boat
Yeah.
and the reason they're going. and
That's a
stuff like
masterpiece
that.
of a movie. That is a masterpiece.
It's really
of a
good.
movie.
Adrian Brody
Adrian
kills
Brody,
it.
Yep. Naomi Watts is good.
Yeah.
I should
Andy
I should
Serkis.
rewatch that.
Andy Serkis is in it.
He's coming to Comic-Con this year. It's kind of
Comic-Con?
wild. Mr. Andy Serkis. It'd be cool to meet him.
Which one's Andy Serkis?
Caesar.
Oh.
Snoke.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh, he was
He
Snoke, huh?
does so
That's
much.
right.
Yeah.
Schmeagol.
He does a
Gollum.
lot. Yeah.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
Some good roles.
Why?
I don't know. All right. Well, we're approaching that time. It was Rudy's this week. We're gonna skip him. No, I'm just kidding. Rudy, go with your pick. Tell us why you picked it, and
What are you yawning for?
yeah.
Long day. Yeah, half past my scar. So I am picking the Upside, which is the American version of a French film called The
Intouchables.
Intouchables. Pretty much about this guy who is looking for work, and he's like struggling on money, struggling with like his family, finances, whatever. And he ends up applying to be like this in-home like caregiver for this unbelievably rich guy, but this guy is paralyzed from the neck down. And he's like at a point in his life where he doesn't really feel like living anymore. He sees no joy in life whatsoever. And so the whole movie is about their friendship and how they bond and how they kind of teach one another pretty much the life lessons that they're missing. The American version is Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston. And it's a pretty funny movie. It's a good feel good movie. Yeah, that's what I picked.
All right. Well, we're gonna go and watch that. Rudy, where's it available? You found it?
Right now I believe it's only Hulu.
Okay.
If you have Hulu, it's on there.
Hulu, and it's the
Upside. The Upside.
Perfect. All right. We're gonna go watch the Upside. We will be back after watching it, and we will discuss the movie.
Let's go watch a movie. Hey guys, this is Rudy from the Quackdown podcast. If you guys love electronic dance music, be sure to check out my own DJ radio show called Axiom Radio with Drebin. It's a 2-hour monthly radio show hosted by me. For the first hour, I play some of the best tunes that I found for the month and piece them together for a euphoric journey. The second hour, I pass the decks to a guest mix of the month where they finish off the journey however they please. So if you like trance, melodic house, or techno, check out Axiom Radio with Drebin on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast listening app. And be sure to give me a follow on Instagram at drebin.music to stay up to date on the show.
Hello, viewers and listeners of the Quackdown Pod. Welcome to this week's Quack Fact. This week, it's about that ducks often eat gravel. The ducks consume gravel, pebbles, or sand and store the items in their gizzards as kind of a second stomach, meant to grind hard foods after the first stomach enzymes break down the softer substances. The grit in the gizzards assists the process. This habit even started a gold rush, according to Ducks Unlimited in 1911. Duck hunters discovered small nuggets of gold in the gizzards of birds they had shot, prompting prospectors to flock to the site. But the origin of the gold was never located. So these birds are made of gold. Thank you very much for listening to this week's Quack Fact. Now, on to the movie review.
All right, we are back from watching The Upside.
What was everyone's rating?
I'll
on
let
that?
y'all go first.
Fernando?
I'd probably give it like a strong 6, medium 7.
Okay.
Just because like it is a really good story, but it's also just like you kind of see a lot of it coming, you know?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but it is a good, heartfelt story.
Tyler?
Like a 4 or 5.
Really?
Really?
I think it was too long.
Too long?
Way too long.
Is that how you score the French one too?
I think,
The French one was only 10 minutes shorter, but it
I mean,
moved faster.
I think because it's a true story,
Mhm.
so I think like in that sense, it is a really good story because it's true and this all happened. But it just seems like some of that stuff could have been cut down. There was a lot of stuff that just kind of went on and on and on and on and on. And I was just, because you know where the story's going. It has the same beats as like a rom-com, but like a
Yeah.
buddy com. You know
Yeah,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
Where they like have like a breakup halfway through and then they come back together and they're like, what are we missing? Yeah. So
But it's all about building the relationship.
I get that. But like you can be what's the word? More selective about what you choose in terms of impact. Because there was like some scenes that I was like, oh, this is like really building their bond, like showing how their like friendship is going. And then there's some that just like go, it's like, this would be a cool like short little look into it. But it's just like, I don't know. It felt weird. Just felt the pacing was off. The acting was great. I thought the acting was fantastic.
Yeah, bless you.
Thank you.
I just think it probably could have been under hour 45 instead of almost 2:10. That's just kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's fair. I would probably give it. I
I do think the French one is better just because it's the original
Mhm.
one. And you brought up like, oh, does the French one's length bother you? Like, yeah, absolutely. But I rank it higher because I cut this one points for not really changing the formula. They don't do anything different. And that's like when you justify a remake, you have to put your own spin on it. But this is like it's a copy and paste,
It is.
but now they have
It
English.
is 90% like shot for shot, almost the same film.
True, but I mean, it's a true story. It's not like you would want them to like indulge in falseness.
No, I get that, but like then don't make it again. You know, like
Yeah, but they're making it for
People like him.
a wider audience. Yeah.
that's but it just it feels greedy to remake this. Like
You could also argue the opposite, where it's just sharing the story.
Because like, did you know that it existed before the English one happened?
no.
Point.
I wouldn't have either had I not watched it in high school, and I still don't know why I watched it in high school.
Point.
But having watched it for like somebody who has watched the French one, their score is going to be lower. Like if you were able to watch it, your score for the American one is going to be lower cuz you're like why did I watch both?
Hmm.
I don't know, it's just weird. Like there's movies that have been remade and remade a little bit better, remade worse. Like True Grit, I think is a better remake. I think it's a better movie than the original True Grit. You know?
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't feel that way. It feels like it just feels unnecessary, you know? Like the story's already out there. There's a way to access it. They have an English dub. So it's accessible, and if somebody wants that story, they can see it. You know?
I guess.
It just and this is from 2017, but we're in a period of like remake after remake after remake after reboot, and it's just I think if I watch this and I've seen it before, but like if I had watched this when it came out, or even a little like if it had released a little bit earlier, I would have been like, all right, it's good because I don't feel oversaturated with remakes that are done poorly, and I've kind of become cynical to like remakes now. Like they have to be really good.
So your rating is kind of skewed just because of when we're rewatching it.
Yeah, but I mean, even I still would dock it points. I think.
Well, to his point, you didn't even know about the French one until you saw this one, and I would argue that
Which
most
one did you see first?
that
The
most
French one.
people didn't.
Because I saw the trailer for this one, and then in the comments of like the trailer, it was like, why are they remaking the French movie? And I was like, oh, there's a French version, so I went and watched the French version. Then this one came out, and I like forgot about it for a while because it kind of just like released, and then it just kind of like went away.
Right.
You know, it made really good money at the box office. Like it was a success, small budget, but I don't know.
I give this one a 6. I give the French the extra point of a 7. I do think there's some moments or like jokes in this one that I thought was like really good. But it kind of traded it for other jokes I also thought were just as funny from the French one, like the kettle scene I told you about.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think it's enjoyable. I really just picked the movie for, again, the message of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice to people in wheelchairs.
Ideally, yeah. Ideal. That's an idea. I guess not anymore. But yeah, are there remakes out there that, I guess you gave us an example of the
True
new
Grit.
True Grit being better than the old one. Is there a case? Well, I guess there's more cases. What's another remake that you thought was better than the original, or vice versa? Because the one that comes to mind
West
for
Side
me
Story.
is, I still think the original black and white, The Day the Earth Stood Still, is better than the remake Keanu Reeves one.
I have a controversial opinion about Keanu that he's heard me say before. I don't think he's a good actor at all. I think he's a great person. I think as a stunt person, he's great. I think he's a great physical actor. He's serviceable. He is
I've-
serviceable.
No, I agree with that because there's one movie in particular that people want him back for, and I never understood like why was Constantine.
Mm-hmm.
Grab the TV one. Forget his name. He was substantially better.
Yeah.
And y'all still want
Constantine is
Keanu
is a DC character, just for context.
Reeves? Yeah.
He was in a movie long ago when superheroes
It
were
was
made.
like 2002, 2003, around that time, I
Yeah.
think.
Very dated.
Very.
But yeah, no, I like I love the John Wick movies, and the Matrix movies are sick.
But like
He's
even
the worst actor in
even
all
in the
of-
Matrix, replace him with someone else.
It could be
The
done.
movie doesn't change much. He didn't
Yeah,
make
but
that movie.
That's an assumption.
Well, yeah, it's always up in the air. All we're saying is it's just like
Has there ever been a Keanu Reeves movie where you genuinely thought, man, he fucking stole it?
Are
And
we
you can't even
are we
say
excluding
John.
Wick?
I am excluding John Wick
'Cause
because he
he's-
doesn't even say much. It's
Yeah,
all action.
It's and when he does say stuff, it's in the same. I gotta get my.
like say what you will about his stunts, the
Yeah.
dude is fucking crazy good with them.
That's what I'm saying. Physical actor.
Right, but like,
And
So would you say that about Jackie Chan?
Yes.
yeah, you think that man's gonna
Really?
shed a tear with me? No.
Really?
Yeah, he's all for
Wow.
action.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess
It's
Has he moved you in any way?
Jackie Chan. Yeah.
What movie?
Um.
Karate Kid.
You know what? Actually, that's a very good example.
That's
a good example.
He is good in that movie,
Yes.
and it's
He shows real emotion, especially when he's destroying the car. He's showing real emotion.
I think like I don't know. You can take John Wick from, or you can take Keanu from John Wick and Keanu from like the Cyberpunk games. They feel like the same character. Like he doesn't change how he approaches in a performance. He's always kind of just like
Kind of like how The Rock is. With
he's
you
like
could
he's
also
like
argue
Jason
if-
Bateman, but it's not just like natural.
Well, you could argue if that's what the director wanted, then that's what he wants, and that's what they choose.
That's great. That doesn't change my opinion.
Right? It's your
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
But I
Cool.
think, at the same time, if that's what you're at that point, he's pigeonholed for a certain role, so that does hold him back for his overall diversity of all these things he could be acting.
Right. So you can't blame him as an actor overall. There's an enormous amount of cases where people are like, "Oh, you did really well in that. That's what we want you for this." That happens countless number of times for actors. That's why I don't agree with that statement of like, "Oh, if they're being what is it called, typecasted or whatever," where like some people play similar roles in different movies. Well, okay, if they did well in this movie and that's the tone of that character that they want for this other movie, you can't blame them. They did well, and they continue to do well as a certain role. So you can't then knock them down as an actor just because you don't see them act in different ways. That's not their choice.
I
Well, he's
guess,
had-
but if the role that he's being pigeonholed in is just kind of a stale, stern man, that still doesn't reach out a whole lot to me. Like, it just got confirmed that he's going to be voicing Shadow in the Sonic movie. And when I heard that, I'm like, if it's like any other role, yeah, he's got the voice for Shadow. But I'm not expecting anything different at all.
I
So
still
it's like,
thought
eh.
Hayden Christensen.
I really
would've
thought that
been-
was confirmed.
I was really hopeful for that.
That would have been cool.
That man needs. I know he just like he re-signed with an agency, which means he wants to act more again,
Oh, cool.
which I think is dope. But
Good for
yeah.
him. I'm glad the fans welcomed
No.
him back.
what's an actor that everybody or actress that everybody else loves, and you're just like,
Yeah, everyone has
Yeah.
one or more.
That everybody else loves that
Or that you think is overrated.
you're just like you see him and you're not like
Uh,
you're like whatever. Because if I see Keanu, it's not like making me not want to see the movie. I obviously will watch any movie he's in because they're always fun. I just don't think his like emotional acting is good.
I say this now, but it's also, call it biased, because I haven't seen his latest projects. But I thought this for the longest time about Nicolas Cage.
Mm-hmm. His new stuff is good.
That's what I've
Yeah.
heard. So I'm like, I'm sure it's better, but
Like the one with Pedro Pascal. Hilarious.
Oh, that's,
Does
that's
look
really
hilarious.
funny.
It's
That's really funny.
really good.
I don't know if I have an actor that I just like don't like necessarily, because like it's the majority of movies and stuff are just like they're make believe, so like you just take them as they are.
But
Whatever
like,
the director chose to do with that movie, I mean,
there's not one that you think is like maybe overhamming it sometimes. Like
I know I have more answers. I can't think of anybody right now.
I have Jared Leto for sure.
Oh, we did? Okay, yeah, we did talk about this. Is that it?
No, The Rock.
That one I totally get.
Yeah, he's a bad actor.
I wouldn't say he's bad, but it's the same thing as Keanu. It's just like it's
the same role.
put any of his roles in any movie,
yeah,
it
but
works the same.
Why do you qualify that as a bad actor though?
Because he's not bringing anything new to the table.
There's no range.
Look at John Cena. He has changed up
It's-
his roles.
Yeah, John Cena's changed it up. Batista does
Yeah.
everything. Like John Cena, I've been moved by him. Batista, I've been like moved by him. I've never been moved by The Rock.
That's a weird sentence.
Okay.
He could move me physically.
Right.
And
Yeah,
I will
guess.
say like Moana Rock, not bad. When it's a lot of his roles are like, oh look, it's a big fucking guy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
It's
get-
kinda-
Have you
it's
ever seen
kinda-
Walking Tall?
Mhm.
That's a pretty good one with The Rock. That's
And-
early Rock
and-
too. That's Rock from a long time ago.
and that's not to say that like Keanu hasn't had times where he's shown. Same with The Rock. I just think 90% of it is meh.
Well, if it's the same thing, I guess my viewpoint is I wouldn't consider that bad acting. It's just people want him for a certain type of role, so they get him for that type of role.
Yeah.
So like, just me personally, I wouldn't call that bad acting. I would just call that he's, what did you say? He's pigeonholed for a certain type of character that people want.
Yeah.
And if like, I mean, if that brings him money, some actors do like, no, I really wanna show my range and this stuff, and that's fine too. But some other
I
actors are
get
just
that.
like, hey, it's my job. If you want me for a certain thing, like,
And
what?
I'm
Like,
sure
would
he's
you
like happy.
do you? This is kind of a bad example, but like, would you say a similar thing about Tom Cruise if all he did was the Mission Impossible movies?
If all he did was Mission Impossible? Well, he does kind of sort of play the same character in almost everything.
And he's
So
also in
would
that
you-
same category of, I feel like he's more of a physical actor.
I do think he is a better actor than Keanu overall.
I would agree with that.
Just because he's shown more range.
I thought you were going to say just because he's short.
No.
But yeah. Yeah, because he's shown more range. Yeah.
No, I get that, but like,
I
I don't know. Just me personally, I wouldn't call it a bad actor, just because he's been casted for very specific roles that are similar.
So give me a bad actor or a movie where you're just like, that acting was atrocious.
Joaquin.
And Napoleon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
It is
see,
bad,
that's the thing. He's in that movie. He's bad.
but he's not a bad
But
actor.
correct, because in that movie, he just like phoned it in and just read the script and just went, "All right, I said that line. Let's move on. Okay, I said that line. Move on." The trailer to that movie compared to the movie itself is, there should be like a class action lawsuit against it.
Yeah.
Because it just portrays a completely different movie than is actually shown. And it's that's a big reason why the director's cut is now never going to see the light of day, because I'm sure the people that who directed that movie?
Ridley Scott.
Yes, I'm sure the people that Ridley Scott talked to, and Ridley Scott was like, "Oh, I have this director's cut that's gonna just blow you out of the water." And then those people saw the movie and they're like, I don't even want to see the rest of what you got for this. This is what you showed me? No, I'm sorry. It's bad. It's a bad movie. If they portrayed it as what the movie actually was, which is essentially just a love story from Napoleon to Josephine, then I would be way more okay with it. But they portrayed it as you're going to see the intelligence of Napoleon as a mind of war, one of the greatest minds of war that we've ever seen. That's how they portrayed it in the trailers. And the movie is just a love letter from Napoleon to Josephine.
What are you looking at?
That's all it is.
An IMDb list of like the 100 worst actors and actresses.
Uh-huh.
They had like Ryan Reynolds up there and William Shatner and like other, I mean,
In the top 100 worst?
worst. Gwyneth Paltrow was number 1.
Really?
To be honest, I would imagine they picked Ryan Reynolds because of your reasoning of Keanu.
Yeah.
He's casted as a very similar person in every single role.
That is true.
But if that's what the director wants, then that's what he wants. That doesn't mean he's a bad actor. I don't think Ryan Reynolds is a bad actor in any situation.
Because I
but
can't think of
if
any role where Ryan Reynolds wasn't mostly
They also
himself.
have Ben Affleck and Kevin Costner on there.
Okay, that's some,
See, yeah,
Yeah.
that's whack. That's whack.
Yeah. I don't get what the rating is for that. I don't think there's a legitimately like I don't think there's any actor or actress out there that can't be directed really, really well. And I think
Tommy Wiseau,
no,
Who's that?
I feel like
disaster artist.
Oh.
he could be directed well. He's just so interested in directing himself.
Mm.
But he's also not like a big name actor.
So name then, because I feel like this is just an easier way to talk about it. Name some of your favorite actors then. Who's someone that guaranteed for you is like
DiCaprio,
DiCaprio,
Gyllenhaal.
is really good. Robert Downey Jr.
Yep.
Mhm.
His
even
new
if
show is
even
really
in
good.
his early stuff, if you go watch a lot of his early stuff, you're
You-
like,
I
I think
Have you
holy
that's
shit.
I think the earliest I've seen is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
that is such a
and
funny.
it is a really funny movie.
Have you seen that?
And I didn't even see the whole thing. I just saw the last half with
That
you.
was
with Val Kilmer.
Yeah, that's what his name's like Gay Tony or something like that. It's something and he's like, "Why do you call you Gay Tony?" He goes, "I don't know, I'm not gay."
What's his name? I always liked De Niro.
De
De
Niro's
Niro's a killer.
De Niro's great.
Uh,
I still haven't seen Taxi.
oh,
Driver.
you already said DiCaprio.
good. Jessica Chastain.
I really
I'll
like
watch.
Denzel.
Denzel, of
Even
course.
even in all the Equalizer movies, even though they're basically the same movie, I love Denzel Washington in those, especially the
Gosling
last
now.
one. Gosling's very good.
I think Gosling would be one of those actors
Margot
too.
Robbie.
That
I
you
really
could-
like. Really,
I think she's unbelievably talented.
I think
And
she is too. I've just seen a lot of hate for her
I
recently, which
I
I
don't
don't.
get why.
I
I
don't
don't get
see.
why.
I don't see it all
Like,
either.
I mean, she's like producing and,
Killian.
Killian. Yep.
Yes.
First movie I saw of
Oh.
Killian is Red Eye. Have you ever seen that movie? He plays like oh, we know the other main actress in Red Eye, but she jumps on a red eye flight and Killian plays like a really big creep and she like has to run away from him when they finally land in the airport. It's pretty good, but that's the first movie I ever saw of Killian. Came out a
think-
while ago.
Mine was Batman Begins,
Really?
and then 28 Days later, shortly.
I
after
think
that.
Red Eye was definitely before Batman Begins.
Damn. A part of me really wants to say Tom Hardy, and the only reason
love
I would
Tom Hardy.
hesitate is just because even though he was like fine in them still,
Venom.
Venom. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the only thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even
Well, Tom Hardy is the best part of Venom.
It is.
I understand he plays
is.
Venom, obviously, but like in the movie, acting wise, he's the best part of the entire movie.
Right.
he plays it really
Even
well.
over gosh, who plays in the second one.
Oh, Topher Grace? Oh,
No,
no.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody
Oh.
Harrelson. Even over Woody Harrelson. And I love Woody Harrelson.
Sony needs to relax with making movies that aren't animated.
Dude,
They just-
Craven shouldn't be a movie.
They need
It
to.
shouldn't be a movie.
I do think it's going to be better than Madam Web, though.
Probably.
That's fine.
Probably.
Yeah. That
'Cause
also shouldn't have been a
Madam
movie. but-
Web should be sued for their marketing. You know how much they showed off, like Sydney Sweeney and the girl that's playing Abby
Are they hardly in it?
in the suits, and like they're all like the Spider Women. They're in it for maybe 2 minutes, as a
Wow.
as a flash forward.
Oh my god.
Oh, so they're not even a part of the main story.
They're like non superpowered versions are.
Oh, wow.
But they literally like, and it's like the one part of the movie that Sony nailed is their costumes are sick.
Oh,
But then the movie just sucks past that.
just going back to the list of like who's always gonna hit, Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner's a slayer. Really?
From what I have no reason to not like him.
I mean, Hawkeye at the beginning was a little stale.
Like
Okay, I
beginning
guess,
like
but he
in
also
Thor?
he did
Thor
Wind,
and Avengers.
he did Arrival that we just watched.
No,
he did Wind River.
Again, I'm saying I don't think he always hits.
I think he did pretty well as Hawkeye.
I'm just saying in Thor and Avengers, his acting was stale there. It got better after, but that again,
But again, that's
on,
the character. That's not like necessarily his fault.
but he's not hitting.
Okay, but there's also other killers in that movie.
Yeah.
That you're comparing him to in that movie itself.
I'll take him or leave him.
Okay.
I'll take him or leave
That's a
him in that movie.
crazy.
I thought that's not the word. That's not the most offensive thing you could have said. Yeah, that's fine. I think he hits.
Yeah.
No, I like him in 90% of the stuff. I just thought those two big roles, it was like,
In those first ones, he's barely in them.
I know.
Okay.
It's a small.
How are you docking him for
it's
that
a
though?
small percentage, but it's still a miss.
It's really not. It's really not.
Why are we stuck on this? It's an opinion I have. We move on.
Some of your opinions are crazy,
You
dog.
can say whatever you want. You're the one talking about flip flops and being their own
They are
thing,
not
so it's-
shoes. Nutella. You need to text these people, bro. This is crazy.
All right.
Their shoes.
No.
Say it. Say it. Why?
I'm trying to think of a person that like any movie or show. The Silo girl in Dune.
She's so good.
What's her name?
In Dune?
No.
Those are
Oh.
two different people.
No, they're not. His mom in Dune is the girl from Silo.
Oh, Chalamet's mom. In Dune?
Oh no, that's
Yeah,
right. That's right.
yeah.
That's right. I was picturing a completely different person.
Because she's the villain in Doctor Sleep.
Oh. Okay. No, she's really good. She's really
Oh,
good.
I didn't catch that.
Yep.
Oh man. Okay.
I really like Silo. I'm excited that it's coming back.
Especially because Apple went on like a cancellation run.
Yeah.
Like every other network
Yeah.
because they hate physical
But Silo's really
everything.
good. It left off on a big cliffhanger, which I hate, but I get it. I hate huge cliffhangers, and that left off on a big one.
That was when I stopped watching The Walking Dead.
Understandable.
It was, I think, like the cliffhanger of Negan showing up and like you not seeing who died.
Bro.
Worst. Because like we watched that live. We didn't,
Right.
at least I watched that live.
I didn't, but I can completely see.
So for a whole
It's
year, people
the
are just
biggest,
like, who died?
Yeah.
Like the
Yes.
biggest plot point that everybody remembers from
The comics,
story. And
yes.
Ooh. And they just use it for a cheap, and everybody knew it was coming. Like you could feel it. You were just like, you were really hoping they didn't. And then you got to it and you're like, oh no. And that didn't like seal
But
it shut for me.
It kind of would have been.
It signaled a turn in the quality of the writing. I think that's
Well, that's because that's when they strayed more from the comics. Was right after that.
But even that, like, I don't care about straying as long as it's good writing, because then they start to do the Glenn fake out.
What
Or-
was that? That was earlier.
Earlier, yeah. And
Yeah.
I think that was like,
But after they did that, they just did it more and more.
Yeah,
And you were like, what's going on here?
that's a show that should have ended earlier.
That show, yes. But that show was the beginning of me understanding that if I don't see their heart stop on screen, I will never believe that they're dead. Ever. Because so many other things after that just go, this guy probably died, but we cut away. And then now you're focused on this. And then, oh my God, he's back. You know, I think
that's the case with everything.
If I don't see them take their last breath on screen, I'm not going to believe that they're dead. Ever.
With the exception of Coulson.
I guess. Yes. Yes. Because you haven't even got.
No.
Yeah. You haven't even got to several parts. Dude. Oh, what a good show.
What's the hardest media or movie or TV death that's hit you?
Oh, that's good. Ooh. You're going to hate me.
There's one that I don't want to mention because it's from a show that I've been trying to get you guys to watch. And I'm not going to say who dies.
Oh, it's got to be the one I refuse to watch, which is
Black Sails?
No.
Twin Peaks?
No.
There's crazy
The one
stuff in there.
Succession?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
It had to have been, yeah.
Oh my.
There's one
Such a good fucking show. Such a good
which is kind of a spoiler, but there's so many big main characters in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that you're not going to know exactly who it is. But there's one in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that hits me, dude. It hits me every time I even rewatch the show. It hits me. And oh man. It's so good, though.
Oh, wait. The About Time Dad.
That one hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially their flashback or like when they go back together.
Yep.
Bro.
What a great movie. Whoever picked that, just killer.
That's one where like he does a great job. The main guy who plays like Ron's older brother in Harry Potter or whatever.
Dom Gleason.
It could, if it was a different person, it might have been better. You know what I mean?
I liked him. I really like him.
I'm not saying he did a bad job or anything, but like
I've seen.
I feel like for that role, that movie could have been even bigger if it was, because I've never really heard about that movie.
It went directly under the radar of
yeah,
everybody.
Yeah.
Going back to your thing, I think. Who was it?
What was his thing?
The TV movie death?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
What's another big one?
You gonna say Scrubs?
Scrubs is a big one. Scrubs is a big one because.
Who the hell dies in Scrubs?
We'll find out.
Rough.
Wait,
There's
have you not gotten there yet?
No.
Okay, yeah, 2.
It's gotta be what's
you know who
his
the
name?
other one is, right?
Wait, 2.
It's gotta be
One's a guest star, one is not.
Oh, then there's a couple.
in Scrubs.
There's a lot.
Oh, I mean, I was talking about like a character of any type. Or are you just talking about death patients that affect the overall episode?
I mean, if your question is what character's death, then yes, it's that show. Marshall's dad in How I Met Your Mother.
That was that was rough.
He's like all excited because he finds out like he can have kids, and he walks outside, and Lily like shows up. She's already crying, and she just goes like she can't even get the words out, and he's just
Dude.
the way that episode ends, still just it'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll fuck you up. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I forgot about that one.
That's a tough one
How'd
because
you guys feel about the Breaking Bad one? You know what I'm talking about? I know it's been so long. I don't really want to spoil it because that's like
the
a
end
super
of it.
spoiler.
Like the end of the show?
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
It didn't hit me because before I even started the show, I saw the final episode having
Oh,
no
that's-
attachment.
That's fucked.
So So the reason I wanted to watch it, I'm like, wait, I thought how did we get here? So I watched.
I felt more what Jesse felt. Like I wasn't
sign of
sad.
relief.
Yeah, like
yeah. I could
Walter
see that.
by the end is he's a piece of shit 90% of the time.
Yeah.
like his
Money
it's,
aside, yes.
it's going back to the
I thought I saw a shadow. I thought it was
going
gonna drop.
Coming off? This one looks a little loose.
Yeah. One of them's gonna fall.
me as a dentist. No, he's essentially Paul Atreides, Duke of Arrakis.
I forgot.
Who?
I forgot what we talked about. What?
Walter White.
Oh.
Because he's making it for the betterment of his family.
From what we've seen, I disagree.
For the betterment of his family.
I disagree.
The betterment of his family.
Okay,
What he's
cool.
doing is good intentions, no?
Absolutely.
At first.
What are you disagreeing with? The comparison or Walter being a shit person?
The comparison.
We all know Walter's a shit person.
Yes.
That's the goal of the show. And it's like Peaky. You have to, if you can't recognize that they're all kind of really bad people,
yeah. You have to pick a side.
you have to. Peaky and Succession, same idea. All bad people. You just choose the least of the worst.
I guess, but in Peaky, you pick a side immediately, and like that's just your side. If you see what I'm saying, like. I guess they're bad people, but they show more of but in Peaky, they legitimately show they're also doing good for other people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the case in the Succession episodes that I've seen. That's not the case.
You've also seen the first season when they haven't gone through all the stuff they need to go through to make them who they are in the end.
And a person like me, something needs to grab me, and
But you
nothing
like
grabs
growth.
me in the first season of Succession. Yeah, but if I have to power through something and force myself to go just because I know, like if I watched that when it was coming out, I would have never stuck with it. But since you're telling me like, no, eventually something that you like happens, and then I have to power through that first part, I'm not gonna want to do that.
I like all of it. Like
I
from
get
beginning
that.
to end.
I
And
get that.
I will admit it gets
And obviously, so do a lot of people. It won an immense amount of awards.
because it's really good. And
I get
and
that,
if you
but
can
I
push-
don't like it.
But you,
I don't
you
like
would
certain
like
parts
it.
of it.
You would like it.
Yeah, but maybe. But then I still have to push through the parts I don't like.
That's every show.
No,
Yeah,
I like every single episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I get that.
Every
Agents of
single
S.H.I.E.L.D.
one.
is not every
skip
show
two.
though.
Two, just because after you watch it the first time, then they become filler. If you watching it the first time, you learn a lot in those 2 episodes. But right after,
So does that mean you don't like 'em?
if you're going to rewatch those 2 episodes, no, they're great episodes. But I just don't need to watch them because I already have the information.
You're watching all of Bly.
And? Because we have a deal.
can we
wouldn't have
make a
watched
deal
it
for
if we didn't
Succession?
have a deal.
Can we make a deal for Succession?
You're
about
already,
y'all finish
you're
the
already
first
watching
deal?
the one show that I would
Finish
even
the
like
first-
talk about.
What's that
Oh,
zombie
that's
show
true.
that you watch?
Nation Z, I would almost guarantee you wouldn't like it, just because I can see you going like, this is a bad show, which I understand, but it's a really fun show.
Do I need to hold
I
the
like
last
the
2
show.
seasons of Agents of
I
S.H.I.E.L.D.
think you
hostage?
do.
I really like the Nation of Z show. I rewatched it just before it got taken off of Netflix. It's a really good show. Again, in my opinion, it's really fun. Rennie likes it. Rennie's,
I remember you two
me
talking
and
about it a
Rennie
lot.
have talked about that show a lot. And that's a show that I didn't even realize because I watched it so late after it all came out that it got canceled. It was supposed to have another season, and it got fucking canceled. And now that I learned that, I was fine with how it ended. But now that I learned it was supposed to have another season, I was like, well, what the fuck?
See, that won't happen with Succession because they made their story.
What's funny in Z Nation, and no. What's
Yes.
funny in Z Nation is the kind of bad person that goes like up and down, like in the 100, is also named Murphy, and I think his first name is also John. I think his name is John Murphy. But they call him Murphy throughout the entire show. It's really funny.
I don't know if this counts, but like every time I watch the scene, it gets me every time. Is the first episode of Last of Us.
You're talking about deaths
Oh.
again?
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No, 100%.
Just
100%.
circle back real quick.
Yeah.
Because even in one episode, even if you didn't play the video games, that hits.
Yeah.
Every time, even if the delivery from both actors are different than in the game, like they get the job done.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I know I've said this, but I don't know if you remember. His brother, Pedro Pascal's brother, in Last of Us, is in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
As Ghost Rider.
Correct.
Oh, really?
Correct.
But instead of a motorcycle, he's got a car.
Correct.
Oh, is it that Ghost Rider?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
Robbie
Reyes.
The
Yeah.
Latino one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's
He plays
cool.
he plays a really good part.
He's in something else too, but I forget what it is. You know what's
I think we
really?
just talked about it not too long ago too. What's really what?
No, I'm not gonna.
really
bring it up.
good?
I'm not gonna bring it up
Really bad?
because I'd like to watch it around Halloween time. So I'm not
Why?
gonna bring it up. till
Oh,
we're
well,
there.
I'm not gonna watch it.
That's
No,
so
it's
far away. Just bring it up.
That is a long way away.
It's April.
Don't date the episode. No.
Is that a month?
Yeah, this one will come out still in April.
Yes. More than likely, yes.
What is it?
I forgot
No, you didn't.
No, you're lying.
what he's in.
No, what you were
Oh.
gonna bring up, but you weren't gonna hold off till October.
Werewolf Within.
What's
Is that new Disney movie?
It was the
Oh, the Marvel
black
show.
and white
Marvel
one?
one. Yeah.
Oh, I did not see that.
I didn't watch
That
it either.
is unbelievable. And I don't know why Diego Luna popped up, but I think it was just like thinking about Marvel and stuff that like a lot of people haven't watched that's like outstanding.
Hmm.
That was so good. And it's oh god, it's so well done. Don't watch the color one. The color one sucks.
Oh, really?
Because it was filmed for black and white. Like when they do that, you kinda gotta, because that's how they designed it. It's supposed to be like an homage to like old monster slasher movies. Like it's all themed that way. It's kind of got like that kind of cheesy feel to it because it's like, you know, the Night of the Living Dead. They
Oh,
got
yeah,
that kind
yeah.
of vibe to it. So, but the main guy of that, I forget his name. He's really good.
Just because you reminded me of like werewolf movies and stuff. Did you ever watch Van Helsing with oh gosh, the dude who plays Wolverine?
Hugh
I'm
Jackman.
forgetting his name. Yeah. He's
He's Van Helsing?
yeah. Yeah.
What?
I never saw the movie, but
Yeah,
I
it's a
remember.
fun movie.
What?
It's a fun movie. And one in my opinion,
Wasn't
one
this
of the
like mid 2000s?
yeah.
Hugh surprised
one
me.
one of the coolest looking werewolves, I think. And
they
this for the time, I think the CGI is really good.
They were pretty cool in Underworld. You see that movie?
Oh, I've a long time ago. I've seen one of them. Yes.
The Lycans were cool in that one. Have you seen that?
I also saw I think the Jack Nicholson werewolf movie.
There's a Jack Nicholson werewolf movie?
I believe so.
I did not know that.
He's again, I confuse names a lot. The guy who always has like Lakers courtside seats.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, I'm pretty
from
yeah,
The Shining.
I'm pretty positive he has a werewolf movie.
And Joker. Well, he was the Joker.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
He was also in the
Correct.
one who flew over the cuckoo's
Cuckoo's
nest.
Nest.
That's a good movie.
Coco.
What's the oldest movie you guys have seen?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I think mine would be, if not Casablanca, I think Nosferatu, because I think that was in the 20s. Movie's almost 100 years old.
They're remaking that.
Is that? I keep seeing it with Willem
No,
Dafoe.
it's done.
With
It's-
Willem Dafoe?
Yeah, it's releasing in October.
I'll go.
Willem
Oldest
Dafoe
movie.
and
I'll watch that.
Anna Taylor-Joy, I think.
Wow.
She might not be in it. She might have gotten replaced by somebody because she had to do
Scheduling.
Furiosa.
Furiosa.
Um,
Did you see? No,
And then-
finish your thought.
the guy that plays it
Oh, Skarsgård.
Skarsgård.
is the vampire.
Oh,
He'll
fuck.
probably do good
He'll
as that.
nail
He'll do
Yeah.
amazing.
He'll
Yeah.
nail it. He's the
Shit.
monster man.
Because even the old one, the way he moves is creepy. Because he moves his body first and then his eyes second, and it's so unsettling.
Dude, the video of him in the Pennywise costume with Bill Hader on the set of It 2,
Mhm.
and he shows him that like the eye thing is not CGI. It's just something he can do.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
Bill
so
Hader
funny.
just dropping his stuff and like screaming, dude.
Yeah.
It's so. He's crazy, dude. Say what you will about the It movies, he kills it.
Oh, 100%.
He kills
Well, I
it.
just don't like scary things.
Yeah, and you can't really. I mean, what'd they kill him with? The power of love? How do they kill him?
Of
friendship?
Something. Yeah, because
We're not scared of you.
Well, yeah, because Pennywise feeds off of
Yeah.
fear,
Yeah.
and they bind together and show that they're not afraid, and he
Yeah.
gets like, yeah.
Those movies are really good until the final battle. And then it becomes a CGI stupid mess.
Well,
the giant fucking spider.
That was not okay. I
That's
didn't like
stupid.
That.
Disgusting.
I didn't
It's a
like that.
giant spider with Pennywise's face.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
I do
Not
think you've seen both of them, right?
Yes.
Okay, you know in the first one when he comes up and like he comes out and he starts dancing?
Yeah.
I love that scene. Cuz
No.
his face, he's just like pissed off, but his dance is so happy.
You
Awful.
could say that, I guess.
But he looks he's good. He's a good.
Yeah.
The Skarsgårds got lucky with their acting talent. Every single one of them is a killer.
Well, you could just
wherever.
say it's like in their genes, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, change your pants once in a while.
Okay. Okay.
It's the oldest movie you've seen.
The oldest movie I can like remember seeing probably is just the original Wizard of Oz, just because like I remember it so well because I've watched it so many times, and it was also the first. I'm pretty positive it was the first movie ever to show color, because like literally in the movie
Has
it
that
starts black
transition.
and white and then it transitions to color.
There's only one movie I can think of that is maybe older than that I think you've seen. I haven't, but I
What?
know a lot of people have.
What?
Was it A Wonderful World? Wonderful Life? What's that?
It's a
Christmas
Wonderful
movie?
Life.
How old is that? That's a black and white movie, right?
What is that? It's a Wonderful Life.
It's like one of those like Hallmark Christmas movies that they show every year. I have never seen it, but it's referenced
I don't
every
know.
year. I take it you have not seen it.
I mean, it definitely
No,
sounds
Wizard
familiar.
of Oz is older.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's a Wonderful Life came out in 1946. Wizard of Oz is 1939.
I've seen Wizard of Oz a lot.
Damn.
A lot of times.
Wizard of Oz was 39?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that old.
Well, like I just said, it was the first ever movie to show color on
Yeah.
TV.
It's older than Casablanca.
So was color a choice then?
Yeah.
For a while?
I think it was just very expensive at
Yes.
that time.
Yes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
And so the Wizard of Oz chose to do that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, wow, I didn't know
Because
that.
that's also why they have the scene of when they show up to Oz, all the different colored horses.
Never seen it.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
Oh, wow.
Nosferatu is older, though. 1922.
22? I thought it was like 29. Oh my
The
god.
Wizard
So
of
it is
Oz-
it's 102 years old. Oh my
Okay.
god.
101.
Film. Well, look up City Lights by Charlie Chaplin. Cuz that was a silent film. Well, I guess so was Nosferatu.
1931.
Okay, still some time after. Wow. That's great. Did you guys ever while we're on the topic of silent movies, did you guys ever see The Artist that came out a few years back?
Mm-mm.
No? That was good. I thought it was cool. A silent movie that came out, I think it was 2013? French movie. There's a dog. He probably smokes.
The dog?
The dog smokes? Yeah, what?
Dude. Probably. Who knows?
There's a dog in Fallout, and there's a scene that almost made me not recommend it to some people.
Is
But
there
then-
a German Shepherd?
Yeah, it's like the dog from
The game.
yeah, but a different dog, obviously. And then it gets resolved very quickly. So, just I'm warning
No.
you. if you start.
No,
do they
I'm not gonna
CGI
watch it.
getting killed by a kick by a
I'm not
soccer
going to
ball?
watch it.
No, it's not that. No, it's
Does something bad happen to the dog?
in a way,
I'm not watching.
but like not really.
I'm not
At the end of the
watching.
day,
I don't care.
like
I don't care.
it's literally like it's a 5-minute. You'd be fine.
Doesn't matter. Nothing
fine.
bad should ever happen to a dog.
You'll
so
be
no,
fine.
I'm not watching.
You
it.
made it through
No,
John Wick.
I shouldn't.
You made it through John Wick, and the dog doesn't even recover
Yeah,
in that one.
but that's because he gets his revenge. 1,000 people should die for one dog dying.
Okay.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
I'll kidnap 1,000 children.
fuck that, dude.
That is
Especially
a
a puppy.
crazy
It was
line,
a
by the
puppy.
way, from a Disney
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
Who said that? Billy Crystal? Is that no? Billy Crystal
I don't
is
know. I forget who voiced that guy.
What are we talking about?
because
Monsters, Inc.
John Goodman is
Oh.
Sully and Billy Crystal is.
I'll kidnap
is
1,000
Ellie.
children before I let this company die.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that was Billy Crystal.
As the
The villain?
no,
Purple dude? Yeah.
I thought Billy Crystal
like
was
crab guy.
Or
Wazowski.
Wazowski. Purple guy was. Who was purple guy?
Well, Buscemi is
It is Buscemi.
Buscemi is
Isn't he Randall?
Randall,
Yeah.
Right.
and then
Purple guy.
purple guy is James Corbin.
Is Randall not the villain?
James.
Wasn't he the villain?
It was the purple
It's-
guy. Not the
He's
the
the C-
lizard.
he's the
it's
CEO.
the octopus, the spider guy.
Oh, I'm
The
thinking.
crab
I'm
guy.
thinking of the lizard. That's Buscemi, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
That's always such a funny part when Boo is hitting him with the bat and he's changing colors as she hits him. That's fucking funny.
Did you guys watch Monsters University?
Yeah.
I thought it was
It's
pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it was like
It's
it
not
had
bad.
really funny moments.
It's kind of like The Incredibles 2. Like it does not come near the original,
Correct.
but
It has
it's watchable.
Yeah,
and it's fun.
it's a good time. So
Yeah.
You don't like The Incredibles 2?
only because it's not as good as long as we waited.
that
That's
and
my
it's
same thing with
understandable.
my same thing with Avatar 2.
the best scene in that. But there's a lot of reasons Avatar 2 wasn't great. The best scene in Incredibles 2 was Jack fighting the fucking raccoon.
Yeah.
I thought that was
No,
the funniest
him on
scene.
That's
him on
really
board
good.
the ship, and they lose control of him,
Yeah.
and he just starts powering up, and they're like, "Oh no!"
I really like the part where like it shows the toll Jack is taking on the dad because of he's babysitting him. And and he disappears into a different dimension, and I think Frozen was like,
yeah.
he can do that? He's like, I don't know where he is.
He's so exhausted.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Him taking him back to Edna, and her just like putting him through these trials
Oh, that was really
Yeah.
is
funny.
so funny.
Yeah.
I love Edna. That's such a good character.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Pixar movie? One. Give me one.
Oh wow.
You two.
You're gonna have to give me a list because I always get all those movies confused. Like what's Pixar and what's DreamWorks and all that
Nemo. Up. It's easier to say what's not. Like so. Like DreamWorks is like Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay, well just give me the bangers of
Cars,
Wall-E,
Nemo,
Pit-
Wall-E,
Pixar.
Ratatouille.
You know what?
Ooh shit.
Inside Out.
No.
Is this?
Cars and Ratatouille are fucking up there for me.
Toy Story.
No, for some
Bug's
I
Life.
I like Toy Story, but it never
Monsters,
hit.
Inc.
It never really hit for me as it does for other people.
The first two sure as hell don't. 3 for me does though.
Yeah,
It's got to be Up.
For you, Up's a great one.
Up is so good.
Up is good. Up's a good time.
Coco is mine.
But so
Call
is,
it biased. I don't
oh,
care. Coco is mine. It was Nemo, and then it was
Coco
Coco.
just
Coco came out, and
just
it
hits you in the
Dude.
feels,
Dude.
bro. That's not even like. How do I put it? That's like way more serious than a cartoon should like ever be.
Coco.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Soul got really serious.
Soul got serious, and I really was so excited for that movie. And
I
it
was
was still
disappointed.
good,
I
but
was
like
disappointed.
the direction it went was not what I was expecting.
No, that was kind of when Pixar started to be like, I don't know if I can trust their quality.
Right, because I haven't seen Elemental, but it looked iffy. I never finished
No, I
Luca.
liked it. I liked Elemental.
Was it?
Yeah, I really liked Elemental.
I didn't watch that
Um,
one.
The one that I thought got kind of sideswiped, and I think it came out during COVID or maybe right before.
Onward.
Yes,
That was pretty good.
that one hits me also
Because it's a dad
very
story.
hard.
It's a dad story.
I think it's a brother story.
It's both.
It's both. You still haven't given an answer. What was yours? Up. Check out what else we
That's
didn't
such
say.
a good pick. What about Wally?
That's on there.
Wally's good.
I really like
Ratatouille.
Wally.
Ratatouille's fantastic.
See, that's
top 5 for sure.
Wally, Ratatouille, and Cars for me. I really like.
Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo's a classic.
It is.
Classic.
It is.
We can forget.
I don't know if
Dory
that.
had moments, but it's not.
Yeah, but does
great.
Finding Nemo hit me like the
Dory
other
felt manufactured.
ones?
Incredibles, of course.
I really
what
like
was I saying?
Wally.
Wally's
Wally's
good.
fantastic, and the message is
Is great.
Good.
Yeah.
For the first half of the movie, no words are spoken.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just
That's-
Wally.
That's a for Disney, that big of a company to be like nothing.
Right. Turning Red, I thought was really funny.
I had a good message too.
That yeah. And the panda was adorable.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
might have to choose Wally.
Wally
It's a good
It's
one.
so good.
is great. What was that 2008?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Pixar movies take a long time to make.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wish the payoff was better lately though. You said Elemental was actually worth a watch.
It's worth it.
Which
Yeah.
one is that one? Again?
It's
The newest one that came
It's
out.
the fire and water people. It's
Oh,
kind of like
I don't
Romeo and
think-
Juliet, but with like fire and water people.
Oh, okay. I don't
It
think
was-
I saw that.
It was really weird because they
Ooh.
they let the reviews go early and it got tanked.
Mm.
Like I don't know what happened, but then like as soon as it came out, they only showed it to like a select
What
few,
about? Sorry, go ahead.
and then it like bumped up and it's like one of the highest rated Pixar movies now.
What about Raya? Who did Raya? That one.
Oh, Ryan the Last Dragon?
That's
Yes.
That's Disney.
Disney,
Oh, okay.
not Pixar.
I
Okay.
still
Because
haven't seen
I-
that, but it looked
I love that
really
movie.
good.
I love that movie. It's a good movie.
Best Disney animated movie might be Emperor's New Groove for me.
Really,
Yes.
No, Goofy movie.
dude, I really like that
a deep pull.
that Raya movie.
That is Goofy movie. I think is my favorite Disney movie.
I remember more of the Goofy movie than I do Emperor's New Groove.
I love Emperor's New Groove. It's
That
got
was
so
like-
many quotable lines.
That was Disney's first Deadpool.
Emperor's New
technically.
Groove.
Yeah.
Daniel Kim is in Raya, if you know what I'm talking
Mhm.
about.
That's
I should know
Dr.
that
Wu.
name.
Daniel Day Kim.
Daniel Day-Kim. No,
I'm
you
pretty
lost
sure
me
that's
now.
his name. He's Oh well, have you seen the live action Avatar?
The Netflix?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Oh, that's from The Good Doctor. You've seen the clip of him yelling at Dr. Han. Have you seen that? Where he's like, "I am a doctor," or
Oh
"I
yeah,
am
yeah,
a
yeah,
surgeon."
yeah.
Yeah, that's that guy.
Oh, is it? Because I've seen a bunch of clips from that show.
Yeah, Dr.
Who's he in
Han.
Avatar?
He's
Fire-Lord, right?
Zuko's dad. Yeah, he's Ozai.
Oh, okay, then yes.
Yeah, he's in
Why are you
it.
looking at me? I didn't
Aquafina's
understand
in
that.
it.
Alright.
I think the main voice actor of the main girl is somebody we all know. I can't remember her name. What else was I just about to say? Oh, have you ever seen? Just this reminded me of it. The guy who plays the Good Doctor. Have you ever seen the movie Vault?
Mm-mm.
It's a really good heist movie.
You know what he's really good in?
What?
Bates Motel.
He
And
it is
it's
good. It's very off-putting.
It's very unnerving.
Yes.
It's a very sick show.
Yes.
It's honestly like Hannibal. Hannibal is a awesome show, great show, but it is sickening.
Yeah.
And that show, have you seen Bates Motel? Do you know anything about it?
No.
It's about Norman Bates from Psycho, like the Alfred Hitchcock
Oh,
shower scene movie.
okay.
And it's his origin story essentially.
Oh.
So it's how he got to be this creepy,
He's like super schizophrenic.
super schizophrenic, like kind of into his mom.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Yeah, and then he kills his mom,
Yes.
and then he keeps.
He
the
also
body.
kills a lot more
Everybody,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
but
he kills a lot of people.
keeps the mom's body in the
Ooh.
attic,
It's so
which
weird.
is a part of the story in the original movie. But 3 seasons of 14 episodes a season, hour long, of sitting with this.
Oh my
this,
god.
And when you watch the show, he almost plays it like too well.
Yep.
It's so scary. Well, just
he's
I don't
been
know if
there
scary. Like he said, it's very unnerving. Where you watch and you go like, man, I'm creeped out by this guy, and
Yeah.
I know it's a show. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
The first time I ever saw him was in August Rush.
That's a good movie.
You remember that
That's
movie?
A good movie?
That's a good movie.
That was my grandpa's favorite movie.
Oh,
He
really?
Loved that movie.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah. I think for my birthday one year, my mom got me that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a good movie.
It
It's
is.
a really good feel good movie too.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't seen him in like anything besides The Good Doctor lately, and I think The Good Doctor.
Well, the Vault isn't that old. He's in. I'm pretty sure it's just called Vault, and it's a heist movie. It's really good. I liked it.
You know what was a really good heist movie that was like the prequel to like a not so good heist movie? Was that the Army of the Dead prequel about the German vault picker?
Wait, which one did you like more?
The prequel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought Army of the Dead was stupid.
Really?
It had some good scenes, but it was mostly stupid. There was a lot of really dumb choices by the characters where it's like, this felt smarter than this, you know? I think it's Snyder's best movie that he's done since departing the realm.
I mean, I guess just because like the prequel has an actual story, and the first Army of the Dead is just like it's a super
It's
a
fun
heist movie based in a zombie
Yeah,
apocalypse.
it's a really fun concept.
Yeah.
And it does play off that stupidity really well.
Right.
They pull no punches with how dumb that movie is sometimes.
Correct.
Like, oh man. That's another thing that kind of pisses me off about Rebel Moon. I did like that movie enough to get excited about Snyder being like, yeah, we're going to make more of these. And to just be like, I'm going to move on to Rebel Moon now, even though they suck. Like, I'd like him to come back. He's really good with zombies. Like, the Dawn of the Dead or whatever that he did. What was it? That's what he did, right? Dawn of the Dead? The remake? Day of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead.
I don't know.
He did a remake recently. Not recently, but before Man of Steel. Written by James Gunn.
I'm not sure.
So whenever people are like, they're like enemies now.
They're friends.
BS.
They're buds.
They like each other. Yeah. All right.
Whack.
We are
Whack.
at
Whack.
the end of our episode. It's getting a little late for us. We've been going for a while.
My bedtime's at 7.
Yeah. It's currently
Oh.
4 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. Quack out. What are we thinking?
Quack out.
I say we just do all hands in. 1, 2, 3.
Quack.
Yep.
Your hand motion scared me.
Did I hail? Was it?
That's what I thought it was
You
gonna
thought I was
be.
gonna hit you?
No.
Oh. What did you think?
Oh, did you not just say Heil?
That's what I
I said we put all our hands in. You think I just went aisle? Probably got to cut that out now if that's what you guys saw.
It's all right. I'll see it.
Hands in. On the count of 3, we quack.
Sick.
1, 2, 3.
Whack whack. Oh.
Great. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with another episode. Make sure to follow us if you haven't already. Thanks for listening again. I said that twice, but we're very appreciative.
Deuces.
Goodbye.
Oopsie daisies.